terms of weather this week, we had a little bit of everything. Blue skies with beautiful scenery, and also we had patchy clouds, actually clouds for miles. And then we also had rain. And along with the rain, of course, you get that traffic. There was an accident in a lane closure on the left, you can see there. That traffic was backed up for miles around the Patterson area. But all in all, I wasn't too affected by the traffic, but the rain was really heavy at times in the central and northern portions of California.
This week, I wanted to talk to you guys about the way that we human beings are so imperfect. We've got a lot of negative energy, our devious ways that are pulling us internally. I don't know anybody who's completely 100% pure in their thoughts and their motives, in their energy. And we get pulled. It's like that cartoon where you have an angel on one side and the devil on the other. And we're complex beings. There's a war of good and evil for the decisions we make, for the things that we do. For the most part, if you take a snapshot of people at their worst moments, everybody's guilty. Everybody can go to jail. Everybody can get fined. Everybody is breaking the rules at one point or another in their relationships, in their work, when they're driving, and just overall, the decisions that we make, sometimes when we're not in a good state, we're making poor decisions. And I want to talk to you guys about constantly fighting this battle or these battles and trying to win the war. We have to do our best to try to do the right thing. But for the most part, it's almost impossible for us to constantly do the right thing. And I think we all struggle with this. At any given point, you want to make sure that we're not letting the bad side of us make the decisions. We want to do our best to make sure that the good side of us is making the decisions. I'm very far from perfect. I wrestle with a lot of demons, a lot of issues, a lot of things going on. And I'm sure most of you guys out there have these battles within yourself. And I want to encourage everybody, win your battles day to day, moment by moment. When you're tired, when you're upset, when things don't go your way, that's when we tend to fall into this vulnerable mode where we let the devious side of us come out. And a lot of times when we're hangry, when we're not at the right frame of mind, we're getting pulled. When we have fear, when we have insecurities, when there's like this emptiness inside, sometimes we try to fill that emptiness, or sometimes we make these decisions that are not very well thought out. I guarantee you, most of the arguments you get into with people, it's because you're not at the right state of mind. And if you could take it back, you would probably approach it differently. And I think relationally, we have to work on not getting into heavy discussions or not letting emotional energy come out when we're vulnerable, when we're at our weakest, or when we're at our angriest, or when we feel like we've got to prove a point, when we have to win this battle, when we, in fact, in actuality, don't have to win every battle. Even when we're driving out there, you got to make sure that you're not making decisions for that moment, for that here and now, and compromising yourself. So I want to encourage you guys to do your best to let the good side of you win out over the bad side, because we do have that good side and bad side, and it's all kind of intertwined. And you could see this in everybody, especially people that are public figures or popular people that are out there. Sometimes they say the right things. Sometimes they say and do the dumbest things you can imagine. Like I said, you take a snapshot of people at their worst moments and everybody is heinous. Everybody is ugly, or they are not somebody that you would say that they are good people. But it's not fair, because when we all wrestle with this, good and bad, we want to make sure that the good triumphs over the bad. If you take a video or get some photographic evidence of somebody doing something at their worst moments or at their compromised moments, everybody can look bad. Do your best. I try to do my best every day, but sometimes I win my battles, but sometimes I fail miserably. So, it is what it is. This is life. At least for people that have faith, that you've got help. You've got somebody that's helping you make the right decisions or nudging you the right way. And hopefully you're open to hearing that voice, the voice of good, instead of constantly listening to that voice of evil. Hope this helps. What's going on, my people? So this week was a very good week. Nothing to really complain about. I had pretty smooth runs to NorCal and back 3 times. Not real drama, but everything went as good as it can go without any hiccups. Ended up with 2,300 miles again. And it's a good week. Ended the week midday Saturday, got to go home. The rest of the day Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Good weekend, 4.5 days of working, and can't complain, it's good. And so hopefully I get more of these kinds of weeks. This coming week, I'm starting off with a tough run to Montebello, which is going to be a lot of traffic, and then heading into Chandler, Arizona. So hopefully this week goes well. The miles are there, but it's going to be drawn out. It's going to be a live load and a live unload, and it's going to be challenging. So hopefully things go well. Yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you this week. World Cup is starting up in the next couple weeks or less, probably like 10 days from now or something like that. It's going to be crazy, held in the US, Mexico, and Canada. I really look forward to the World Cup every 4 years, and hopefully the US does good, and my team, Korea, hopefully they can do well. They're going up against Mexico in the same group, and Mexico is always a challenge. And I root for Mexico as well. So in about 3 weeks, I'm heading to Asia. I'm going to be going into Japan and then to Seoul, Korea, and then Busan, Korea, and then coming back. It's taking a little bit of a break. It's a 10-day trip, but I'm taking 2 weeks off of work. So hopefully things go smoothly. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what's going on right now. Thank you for following me on this journey. God bless all of you. If you're a driver out there, stay safe. Peace. Until next time, cheers.